7:39 is the time. We will be acquired Eba a Kessben 92.9 on Facebook. Kessben TV, DSTV, so 364 and on Facebook Go TV, channel 121. Micho biara eba jumedie we so friend Kessben Maakye midin at the omanson for Kojo Preko Dankwah from now to 9:40 there. Me dey wan ba be this jumedie we na afia hwe de cost o man nim and afia so emunsam nyina no ye bedi ho nkomo e wo fia hanom. Yen hyase na yendi nkomo a yedi nkomo efa media budget review no esane se ene Thursday and Minister for Finance Eko na wakoko cheche mu no wakoko kan sembebre na ewo honom update na face de eko nyina no ye bedi hu enkomo ewo fie hanom mekwa homa no so enche kra but quick one what it means is that the budget review today no yenya ntie say the government or the minister ora ato forcing will stay within the 293 billion appropriation no or set here in March. You know what it means again is that almost say he's not going to come back to get us to do a new funding request. Bia into expectation bia na for say Sebiu or mine minister no Babe JC KB for na say bibi no. These are the things that we hear anyway, but we don't know say no be true in Krata no working kanima na say budget anymore and kasadia. But of course, I mean he's going to stay within the 293 billion a year Ghana cedis appropriation now or you know. So what it means is that no call for additional funds. That is what the expectation at here, and also any idea Kessben Maakye crew. Yes, so yenya ntiese be to me abaso. The talks to be what it means is that Momoko Parliament Richard Mbeka says is here yes say Obaba in through statement and not through motion. What it means is that a statement into Obabe Cheche or senior tin senior fata or bekani na chere. We'll look at too many things in it, but answer I know menkwa humano so na mene ura Samson Asaki enkodi enkomo oye penyini a oda importers and exporters ano meka executive secretary oda importers and exporters for ano yene ni nkomo na fi yenhwe ono so ene ne group no association no almost expectation when it comes to the mid-year budget review no na fi ni nkomo ne yenhwe de eko Samson Maakye bibia boko de
bibia boko
ye de radio say nkana meteli a chem bi di so ho ye
meti di me esi Kojo Dankwah no me say Kojo Dankwah me ni ko Adum FM awo Accra FM ekodu Kessben na Kojo Dankwah be
ono a na wo kana asemi ono a
why that say you ene wo sika ba
what I mean Samson yes sir won say we ya number be bisa o ye bi pe no a sheda de me fa hono mo a me bo a
why Kaiunia I will go do it.
Oh, Samson my film. Me too can't check.
Oh, I am say last month and I be visit me ba studio.
Oh, okay.
We program na me for office but there that say we am by.
Yes.
And our committee will be. And I know that Richard first say open studio.
Yes.
I will say, oh, ya book me already. But Ghana Germany, no. Ghana don't take, who don't take, I say, Monsieur Ombomini Femme. In the morning,
that's a pa, say, what to me, Amayasa Aquinian. But me and Como, Mijidi say, Unim say, Nedia, can a orato forcing. A finance minister ever call a Mashebe Nafi or the mid-year budget review, to a parliament or the two parliament in obviously or they are two Ghana in we are expecting say a bit me abaso and pay na who the air core and all that. But you come more from your sector, importers and exporters. Your expectations, what are you looking at in terms of a budget review, what truly is going to go. But I mean, me say we answer what budget review so cry. For the past 6 to 7 months or getting to 8 months now, to you as Samson, who is the executive secretary for importers and exporters, economy no one is saying as it stands now.
Kojo Dankwah, me share with you for any for you say do an pass Ghana for mo Kessben TV and Kessben FM that more more Jinam and so every boy Juma, a boy Magana, no small boy, Mr. Kessben. You stay, Uncle Pop, Mr. Mopa.
That's it.
Wouldn't say Madam Mechanical.
No credit open.
It is my hallmark. But wouldn't say, you want to the trend in 2014. Now, media house, no, we are in this media house. Almost a car as I'm a during your mama one time, one no. Umber Fremen, almost a some of go up over my diamond. That now MVP media house, oh, yeah, no move papa. MVP by 4 years, 8 years ago, no. Almost all media, almost a cow be papa, abandoned almost over John Baba, Giddy Baba Fremen. Most of me go again, abandon my kind of criteria, abandon that, almost Johnny Freeman. Then a humanity and say, good. You must stand with the truth and die with the truth. The TN say, for the past 7 months now, President Mahama Bayano, Mamma President Mama, the Trunkwa, and Yandana say, the ministers, the government appointees or appointed Minano, or Bibiara knew how better make us say, where the Ombomadi and now where the Omian Ejuma, Omina, Timmy, Ejuma Pa. Na ahontona abayina we PNC mekazano me that ye PNC national chairman PNC ni kwa magata na butum betima top bi MP ni kwa magata obutum betima top bi NDC ni kwa magata obutum betima bi ye na Ghana for kwa magata kodija I can tell you say the stability of the city no for the past 3 months no has been very tremendous.
Okay.
Na Ghana for ina ye atakaneka Ghana for now, unless Obia on Peso Canocre, because by way of Brunei, but Obia of Canocre party, or because abandoned it of Bomadi. And so I can tell you, say, for the medium budget, today, Minister of Baba and budget, the media budget review, Obia knew about Timakase, Taji driver crowd Mokabi, because we got fuel, Yahoo Bebina, fuel price in the beginning from January.
Yeah.
And for the past 3 months, no, Yahoo Bibia, fuel price no crowd, Edna. A brand near 1 liter of 20 series, and now 1 liter. I quite so cramp 12, 13, and 14 series. And Timothy Wakacho say, I won't talk. You are almost more habo. You name it. You never have one. Never be brave. You know what you are gonna have. See, you're the fun of a cock of fat and Sanyam and a 3 months never. Met Wakacho with authoritative say. You've been beginning the year no, with 14 series thereabout. In for this is the rate now. The customs we're using in indexing for us to pay, or to convert it to guarantee and pay. For the past 3 months, there has been some consistent of 10.3 out of half. And so, if we are calculating you at 14 or 13 series or 12.3, now for the past 3 months, it's 10.3. What it means that if you are paying a duty of 300,000 to clear one car, you will now pay a duty of, let's say, 200, 250, or 230. So you have made some savings. If you are paying 1 million for a duty, that same duty, you will now be paying, let's say, 800,000 or 700,000, 750,000. I can tell you what people have really, really made some savings, and that is why we had asked. Remember, I said, in the early days, the Minister of Trade, Ma'am Obakampa, Honorable Elizabeth Ejare, Efred, or because at least the ability to me and Nina, there's some stability. Jerry Posto, Omohe, Yankoponim, na Omontu Tinamanaso. In that meeting, na Sam Nabana, na I said, and a part. Later, they say, oh, they call Aria. Then, in the night, they say, oh, Minister Betuko for Nigerian tea. Minister say, Yambrak, Ahomachipa. So by the time I got there, they had finished the meeting. But the minister did two, Jerry Minister, leadership, say, Yam Shed, Nayam took Nemaso, Yayi Nemano, consumers. Now, AGI President Kasawa, who can start me to know. President Kasawa, the reason they spoke there was that, okay, there are 2 ministers, and minister gave us some 2 months, some 3 months, because some people had brought their cargo on credit, and so they did some window to sell those cargo because at the rate of 16 cities or 17 cities or 14 cities. So can we clear that? Can we sell that goods and then move to, let's say, in 2 months or 2 to 3 months time, we will have seen goods that are cleared under the 10.3. And so at that time, prices of goods will come down. That window has expired. The fear was that the reason why we raised that issue was that we wanted to see whether was the government playing some game with us or an party abandonment saw dollar to the city. No, but the say Abano have shown the truth. Abano has proved us wrong. Abano has given us consistently that rate at the port. Oh, never.
But it's interesting that you go to town. Yesterday on Kessben News, Omokoye Vox Pops with the Omomo Circle, Omomo shops, and they are still telling us say Enyema bo still lano and call from sa senior mofo say nankese say konobrini beka omo expectation no and it's not really reflecting on ground. It's maybe say truly
and tisa say nipana ka say say your bank this say your pet dollar na dollar no it be new system no but uko alaji ho instead of say we go to dollar 10.9 or 10.8 our bank no you go to alaji send you maybe at 12.2 12.3 so they are getting this meaning a cost that one I will agree, and I am not happy because alaji our Ghana anambwa until so many portals you see that I said Bank of Ghana issued some directives based on engagement meeting. Now, me can say that issue was very mild. They should have given punitive directives. Say, you know, your habo. Now, customer or duty on behalf of the state. Customs is using 10.3 in calculating duty. About the time, make 12 shipping line. Now, my Bible do guarantee my cocoa container. And the shipping line say, best choice can be a plan administrative charges. Based on that administrative charges, customs is those shipping lines are using 11 or 12 cities at a $1 rate for me to pay when customs is using 10.3. Why can't the Bank of Ghana say no? Me now more having a custom using 10.3 or be a use custom rate no. What they are there, so that there won't be any disparity. So the same thing that the shipping line complain that when they are in different banks and different banks has different dollar rates. So if you go to Bank A, they are selling $1 to 11 cities. You go to Bank B, they are selling $1 to 12 cities. So I have to code my bank because this kind of work you the for or $100 and now $100 pay me kind of command principal. Then this will say how come that commercial bank with this in the same environment having different rates? Question is Bank of Ghana give us I would say it was a childish explanation. Childish explanation in the sense say Bank of Ghana tells that every 4 p.m. every working day banks come to them to say, oh, and then many may help my customers $1 I think that my rate for $1 will go for Ghana city will go maybe 11 cities or 12 cities. Where you know very well that customs are using 10.3. Why can't Bank of Ghana say that it should cut across? The custom is using 10.3. Bank every commercial bank use 10.3. Because at the end of the day, I Bank of Ghana never forest to this commercial bank to trade. So how come that I'll go to EcoBank, they will have their own rate? I'll go to the next bank, ADB, they have their own rate. I'll go to the next bank, maybe GBC, Ghana Commercial Bank, they have their own rate. Then I come to ASA, they have their own rate. I go to Zenith Bank, they have their own rate. One country, one law, one Bank of Ghana. You cannot have
a flat rate for all the...
Exactly. Because you go to Forest View, have their own rate. You go to Black Market, have their own rate. Then Bank of Ghana pretend that we are the monetary institution. We have a monetary team. We have bank supervision division. We have financial supervision division, and people are doing things on their own way.
Okay.
Issue and it doesn't so sense. Instead, people should advertise or to publish the reflective rate. Which one is the reflective rate? If the bank is saving with commercial bank, and commercial bank is trading $1 to 10 cities or 10.4 or 10.5 or 10.8, then they know. They check maybe GT Bank is charging $1 to maybe 11 cities. They will say, okay, I'm with GT Bank. I'm not with commercial bank. Okay. So we cannot be in the country and institutions pretend to work. I think I will make sure that this thing will get to the presidency. Then how can Bank of Ghana allow this to happen?
Okay, so some of the expectations now we should share from the media budget review will be what and what per se.
Well, we still believe that Mr. Say one in the intro who can say and you want to guy since and I pick intelligence say minister say he is not coming to ask for more taxes
funding,
but however no we strongly believe say President Mahama promises of tax reforms, rationalization of the tax charges, especially when he paid the visit to during the campaign time 2024 to Ghana Port and Harbour Authority, where he met with the maritime trade. He promised that the duties, the taxes on the bill of entry was so much. He was counting them up to 22 and above. And I think that when he can, he streamline things. And we also pushed to him that at least COVID levy, he should abolish it. And in their campaign, they promised that they will abolish COVID levy, isn't it? Special import levy, we are pushing that they should abolish it. We think that 50% VAT at the port is on a very high. And also, we want them to realign the GET fund and everything. That was decoupled by the previous government. I strongly believe that if you ask me what about all, I would say that if he doesn't want to abolish those things, or if he doesn't want to reduce even the rate from 2% to 1%, from 1% to maybe to 0 point something or whatever, or to abolish to scrap it off entirely, at least he should be able to give us a fixed rate at the port. As now, I can tell you, in January, in February, in December, people who were clearing Uber in the previous government, everyone was crying. That you can pay Uber. You will pay like 80,000, 70,000 to clear Uber. How much was Uber costing? And so people were not bringing cars again, or the broad cars were packed. But when the rate came down from 14 to 10.2, 10.3, many people have got to clear their vehicles. You can pay, let's say, 45,000, 50,000 and clear your car. So a lot of people have made good savings. So they should give us a fixed rate. Maybe now that we are using 10.4 or 10.3, they should give us this fixed rate for the next 3 months, subject to review. That will also help the business community to really plan well and to really do predictions and projections. That I will ask from the Minister of Finance today. If you will not abolish these taxes that I asked you, then he should give us a fixed rate at the port.
Okay, all right. Alright, something I say, you better say, only Edin Komo, and I'm sure, say, after the reading of the media budget review, best have back now for you better come out for Niama whether any of them were touched, and as I say, all of them were touched. Someone touches what the consequences that will come with it in India, and you better come on for your share the echo.
Me that's by I have your own why
Matia me show fa me that say ye ne the executive secretary ma importers and exporters Ra Samson Asaki and ye no edin komono efa the expectations are ne kuno efo say omo espese omo share, but indeed wabobo nema bebre so, and it didn't fit to say ora finance minister na face so aban no ebe share ama the business community no etumi ejina ne na so, because enyo no kwan ra any good ta edin komono so no almost somebody to just say they prefer say tax reforms so no ye betimi aye ni ye afa so COVID levy no omunya yanke yenyin fi ho outright. And I remember, say, during one of the biggest take on Kessben marching, Minia Ben Maziga has insisted, say, COVID tax in a bayank and fan war, but business community is still calling for the abolition of the COVID levy. And then again, they're looking at the VAT. They feel say, and also I was almost about 50%, you know, almost into me and come one same year. Then realign the GET fund. Na yenshesi enema esobe to me ako. One of the most important things that Asaki raised here was also the fact that they need a fixed rate at the port. And one of the promises Ura John Mahama during the campaign or call port or call kanye. So these are some of the things that they are looking out for. Say a bit to me abem. Now, me didn't come on and make a say a presentation of the budget review in obviously the 293 billion Ghana cedis appropriation set in March. Minister is not coming to ask for new funding again. I mean, only expectation so they call it no call for additional funds. I say my finance minister Bisa. And then again, they're looking at also the key flagship programs, be to say the big push. I'm talking about the 10.3 billion Ghana City's big push na initiative na Omampeni editor hono. I think say thank you to ni nyina no aboboso obeti no aka big push big push. We hoping say the budget will speak to the big push agenda, no, the 10.3 billion. No, now face, we're looking at the bringing back and the capital expenditure, almost about 32 billion Ghana cedis, and also allocation, yebeshe na fee almost to me at the home komo. Other issues in India, you be the home komo. Me sure say gatinasi you be the home komo because there are too many issues that are within the financial sector. Man for feel say government is not spending, and to say on spending there, obviously you will find stability when it comes to the currency. Stable. No, you find it in that way because we've heard say for instance the ministries allocations in year since March up until now, ministries are not spending. Therefore, you are not seeing any massive spending within the space. Obeka say what they knock it off. The international currencies which is dollar now a bit to me ejina and I say be continuously stable like the way air corner and I feel almost say contractors have not been also been paid. Therefore I buy a hode sikano to really position itself very well, not to see it say dollar no I say I started him and all that. I know some of the issues that are being raised. Yes, say then concerned drivers for also some more issues. I mean, they also want expectations coming from the budget review na ebe cost one. You know, making common affair share the echo on that one. But I remember my interview with Ura Felix Fosukwache, government communication. I recall. And if Richard, if my memory serves me right, or can say maybe some of the issue of government not spending, so that the stability of the city, as more safe haven, or see they are spending, and indeed they are paying so many things that are really happening. SHS, free SHS, school feeding, I mean backlog so when they say government is not spending it is not that government is not spending. Government is spending, but the point is that they see it as they will not admit make your position, they will not admit, but they will see say your friend is saying enyema enkoye. But menko na mene ora ya bema endi enkomo na yenhwe drivers so omo expectations sebi almost for say budget ye can almost can be ye call the ordinary Ghanaian ho no so actually ye they also feel say come when it comes to the budget review yabema bibi aboko de mache
Kojo mejo so
beton kan che bibi aboko
maybe me hu na oda hu me
mi hu mache
yɛbɛhwɛ ne yɛaba bɛsra mu problem a ɛwɔ mu kɛseɛ ne sɛ Kessben mɔdwumakui ma wɔha me business paa
adɛn
sɛ mesɔre anopa no a na ɛda Kessben no a megya hɔ akɔtena kaa mu no mepɛ sɛ mehwɛ mfonyini no nyinaa mɛwie na kyɛ sɛ nondu abɔ.
That's it. And that's how we check Kessben, so it is money. You're too full. Your man was near dear, your man who dear cost or mining, and to who pay 50 no. Just a watch to say we are armed on the channel.
In fact, no possible woman is a me radio and I may share TV. Some microphone be a SUB and will be able to come to and one of we in our mobile. Never mind, Nippon or Tiachino, and the Mamiti.
No credit.
Why?
That's it. Yabama yendi komo ye de aya ye ba mo nchen ye ba the ordinary Ghanaian, that's how we say it. Ye no mu na sebio empanyfo no ehihye dwuma na ma ye na ye ompese ye dis one no ye ho aso no mo jeje nkakra we no mo de hwe oman nti no aya na edi fatasese ye ba mo ho na ye so ye beje madwenkyere budget yi ene ora to force beko na media budget no review no oda koto empanyfo anim or the two paying no more minor no their two many no. I driver for most more expectation be ana.
Yo, because you the kai or to forcing. I said the dean and the one we are say. To forcing or for so. Na timamufoɔ no mɛka sɛ yɛmu bi yɛti mu ɔden metie wode yɛwura asaki ɛno ase metie guta kwado afei na meyɛ ate the late Jerry John Lawrence afei deɛ nti a ɔbu yɛ nanamu bi ɛwɔ kuro wii mu kwado mpakyɛ o dollar sɛ 17 about 14 say 10 ɛne na sɛ mo ana mo ka wana meboa ɛna nneɛma boɔ egyina baabi a yɛgyina so sɛ ano ɛhye nneɛma so ate dollar ne so ate yɛkɔ yɛnua mo ɛtɔn spare parts foɔ hɔ sɛ ɔmo nhwɛ no mo bi du ɛyɛ spare parts boɔ na ɔmo ka kyerɛ yɛ sɛ nneɛma no ɔmo kɔfa wɔ abadada pɛn so no ɛnsan enti yɛntwɛn na no nsa na no nsa wie a mekwadwo ɔmo bɛhwɛ atete nneɛma boɔ so but mo video ko mo ka wo so say mo say 60 days you say 90 days
ai
kwalo enya mai
tetra na mi bi sa saki say edidi da de mo nteni ma so ana
o mo ti so wo ka no ma ti so mo boa na eri ase ho sabi impedi ase wo mo de wo said de ye mfa yensa mi yelo lidi kwalo ye ntia de ketu mo de aja mo nim nkontai chen me nanso yan ye totro de no na me do ye me say
yan ko totro
17 eso ati aba 11 pa 6 CDs bi e da ho
no correct
and this 6 CD no untimi enyi 2 CD mfizu ma yan bia won yen ai
no correct
eno pa ho a se won ko fa no eye 17 na na se 14 no enenne esan akosoro a kwadwo ntin ko mo ma ye ho mesere se omo de bibi ka tre kan se ne be ye o metimi akofa bi amanya za na ngoma be ka tre
no correct
and this is alpha so na abeka yemua mo a omo ton enema ensem no omo timi enkushin bi mayana and ye join sa agrama for ye te case ka so 15% be bua
ai
and no come ko ma kuma dan o kwa adroba Sadiq Adam so and told me bitobi abaka kakraka no 1000 Ghana cedis the bank ya into so pass eje say I just think I ton to si abaka more than 3000 ade
Kessben 92.5
Monti say corona ya chichire no ye nyina ya woni say ye manie ya na ye ya kodo I think say ya hwe ya da chen ya kasa no ye bepa ya se na ye hu enti de kan say ya senkafo ye tre aban baby bia sika wo bia ye nim say aban dada no o feli ye nti na ye to aba edima aban kodo so bia wo de nani adi ya ba ma chi yie me wuti opposition na nka wa asem because me ntia tax ma wo aban mu a wo je me tax no wo na wo je no amfa anye de ese o de ya me no wo asem eninti akwan na ededa Ghana ha bepre no baby to say poku ase to a year in Sawam what do you say less than 10 minutes drive
yes
and never take 1 hour what the 1 hour no crampo no utimi twa wo da awurade ase utra nye yi a ka bebre na use a year electronics no ubo wane se wuram apie na no ana age ne ho ebi nso budget gusua na ebubu step pass bo nso a eso na ekọ ebi mpanyimfo nhwe na eno no kwado omo pesika emfa enhye ye road ministry ho na eno nso omo mfa nsiesie ma drama for ye ho hinha ye kakra kwado ye no free wa ndura meti se mo ka wo mo fidie ze nipa dodo a awu akwantempo zo kwado Road Safety Authority, meaning so I the most useless institution in Ghana, Road Safety Authority. Yes. Kwado mpacho. Road Safety Authority ba Ghana, mon kwaya mo check. Say ni parudo say na ewu that time. Enene dodo say the ewu. Unzi e koye ni mu na nke se education say ya mpase omo ya. Thank you so te mebwa.
yeah no correct
Adezi na sura ne gusoko. Ke obi onim offenso akuma dan tetima akwantempo no so yie kro bi ye fewo abruchiri edi fewo ingresi o mampan kufo ye akwan dada no sa akwan o mampan kufo na ye ba bi na mia yie enti woni gikomu kwado hu ni bo da o de ka be nya accident o mampan kufo so re akunya fe ye ne rotate for mo pa ho
Kessben 92.5
omo hu ye
And as wash your crown of late, wash your air, even ye kwan ye wo aye Madina, NY so, and La Paz kwan so Kobe, even here circling him hanging no. What was that tracks in our paper?
Road marking,
in our paper. 80 say a driver for no cry, ye cocran, ye who be a woo. Now, to enter, would be do be the no about pain, no about pain, just say. Who may be a woodina, and I keep asking myself, say, a young why said the necessary road tracks no marks no obey my because up until now, who share highways in Nina paper from Medina back or baby paper.
And your movie is sana, and your more Juman or you. A quenchia, ya baboon kunta be breed, the Atrenia Jessica, what is up, Mandadano? Oma a year road safety for 6 million Ghana cedis of fire in treachery. I don't know the year.
Enemy.
I'm quite a sticker. I don't want to carry catchy, Asa.
Some way education, stickers, no one
can. By the way,
I have been myself, no one can. What take care of your say?
Wait, don't drink and drive. We are the Atari catchy. We need to be prepared portals. And yes, Rabbi, say, you anybody and your matchy, COVID by ye, if she send you in a cashier, ye will say, on say, the parable send the women, because more movie and ya, Nanson car, Kumini Pacha COVID 19, what?
Oh, yes, and no crack.
And the other and your pandemic. And with the on my moon, and he has them.
A serious issue.
Because ya be mamo and ewu na godo bia ehu di say
and after
president ni sia don't be recording no o record e nu wi a de wo mo hu ho na na ya amomoti no wo di say wo bi ko fie ko wu president ni ba je no ho 3 months 4 months na no team na no Kessben for monte obi so na ya twa obi aso eni ho obi no fo aye na de ya ne say ya nwo sa na kwazo me kwasra me dofo aba me koto abeton wo ku hia sa kwanhia wi o mamu ne say no yinya obo okay media owura amareba no asa aduma no ntimi je o mampanyi ba hwe aboa na kwa amana kokot akodi na asem a I think say nka be boa ye adrama
say egusu 7 months ni ehwe nanimu ana say
7 months no 7 months nso nkonta do bebu ne ndura kire nipa ewu no meboa
okay.
Enti entwan ate baako na Ghana half of Ghana Ghanaians ewu a na fe ya so sande free wa ma do betuma ye aduma na ba na
okay yaw ye fancy mejidi ye say finance minister kenkan wi e be san ba na de dam akoma so no mo so mutie bi say ekoye mama nkoye ma we bedi ni na ho nkomo me da se pa
yanso ya dam afi
ya barema ena me no edi enkomo no epia Roma eye True Drivers Union ene ye no edi enkomo no check out time na 12 minutes past 08 medin edi omanso for Kojo Preko Dankwah na ye di enkomo ye hwe de ekoso within eye budget into no of course ene okotenasia meka eye finance minister otenasia ato forcen ye betie no na fe de obeka bia no ye beba na ye ba be chichi mu ne ni mpemfo so edi ho nkomo na ye hwe de eko I'm still waiting for more text messages in our face, so more WhatsApp messages, you know, and more Facebook messages in American kind of amamo. We if we teacher constitution, we want say, as the JDM's NDC government seems to be losing grip on Ghana's affairs. Patricia Eje's decision was a blessing in disguise, as it blocked the NDC scheme to create confusion within the MPP's parliamentary ranks. Greetings, Honorable Mavis in Kansa Bwedu, Koka JFK, and I feel so Mr. Owusu Bempa in Shayeso MPP Chairman Hopeful. And also Nidia or the Ebaye, and then this one is coming from Eye Capito Gosu Menshia or same. In fact, I am not surprised at all because we know JDM and the NDC before they came to power. Again, law abusing is what they always do, but still, Ghanaians will vote for them. Now you can see how judiciary can't do their work and professionals all in the security agencies are silent because when you say blah 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 okay honor they mean to me and kind mau intino back in kind the other ones in but share the course so still with the series on the accountability series na you di hu enkomo no aban aye ne say ministry bia ebeba obe taking the 10 na or the in somewhere course within ni ministry no accountability time within the first 6-7 months no omde betudwa na ye nyina ye hu de ekọ ene de eba enra was the 10 of the land minister ono so ebetena se ono so de ne de ebetudwa meka Emmanuel Amakofi Boa ono so ede by lands minister natural resource minister ode ne de ebetudwa na wakeka nsem na bebre edikan yie pa ene yebeka ne nyina ewo fie ha no with the mining and then the illegal galamsey that is happening na face so promises and na face so enhihye ya waya to ho ne ministry no na so ya na ya to ho no mo a omo hwe akon one of the biggest canker in this country. I will call it illegal mining. Ekoso ewo eye omaemuno. Yanshano on Kessben TV and I face Kessben TV on Facebook and then on your digital channel no so no on sa ebekan ewo horman and then again yinti ewo 92.9 in someone or the two dra ewo accountability series no the course endrano. Yanshano.
And I'll move to the Lands Commission on Land Administration and Management. As part of the reset agenda to ensure that the administration of lands reaches the doorsteps of every Ghanaian, the Lands Commission has been instructed to decentralize its operations to all districts across the country. I'm happy to announce that 90 new district offices in underserved areas have been so far identified. It is expected that by the end of this year, every district will have Lands Commission office. This initiative aims at bringing land services closer to citizens, in reducing congestion at regional offices and strengthening land governance at the local level. In addition, the Lands Commission is working towards a turnaround time for the completion of all applications within 30 days. This is very critical. And when the president talks about resetting Ghana, it means making life a little more convenient to the people of Ghana. There is no point in anybody in the Lembele who wants land services will have to travel to Takoradi to have land services. There's no point. And so this effort is really going to make life very convenient for the people of Ghana, save them a lot of money, and bring efficiency to the operations of the Lands Commission. But we are not stopping there. We also are very much aware of delays and all the bureaucracy at the Lands Commission, of giving a target of a 30 days turnaround time for all applications. And I believe Professor Usu and his team are working very hard to meet this target that has been set for them. The ministry has also established a committee to conduct comprehensive review of all public land allocations to enhance transparency, accountability, and alignment with the national. Address the challenge of water pollution by illegal mining activities. The Blue Water Initiative was launched within the first 120 days in line with the government's manifesto promise. So far, over 450 personnel have been trained and deployed. I'm also happy to announce that the second batch of 530 blue water gas will be graduating just this Friday, 25th of July. The target is to train 2,000 blue water gas personnel by the end of the year. The deployment strategy for the blue water gas is non-confrontational. They act as intelligence officers and also engage with local community to raise awareness about the importance of environmental conservation and the negative impacts of illegal mining. I think already it is very clear that we are seeing the very positive impact of the presence of these blue water guards in our watering areas. The second phase of the Blue Water Initiative will focus on dechem the water bodies to restore them to their pristine conditions.
Okay, and the land natural resource minister Ora Amakofi Boa NATN and Cancer or de Nensemetudra during the accountability series, what it Mebo Boni na so amabium, but Mame Kwa Humana so na mene one of the your reporters, I mean very smart, energetic guy. wedi mining achi pa when it comes to the cost so our forest areas in river bodies in water bodies in na wedi mu akotini ye pa, and he is good when it comes to these investigations and all that. Me can atokwamena or line so indeed or no the can illegal mining galamsey for na onimomu ye pa onyomo esan ache ehu niema omoye de koni de banyina ola no so me ni ndi nkomo emfa de koso ene the issues ora amabo raising no, and then what is on grounds as we speak with illegal miners no so no na on share de ko ato morning Maakye bibia boko de nice. And now me gidi is unya time share ye minister Amakofi Boa ne accountability series ne do no so on niema okeka ye any achievements omatumi achoke for the past 6-7 months here omo eba ban mu waboboso bebre. One has to do with almost 1,002 excavators omo pounding whatever. I mean, issues of 177 excavators on my CZ, this Blue Water Initiative, 450 people. You train you on my Diomoabi Gum, on my check, and my Yensuno, Nibibiano, Yentimi crime mining, and all that. But on grounds, illegal mining, no, at the same as we speak, and they almost consensus upon with it, pan or anything, so we can just oppose what the minister is saying.
You're not going senior okay no say be mine dia atwe that ya many dia chief because o hwe ya my get ma ade ba ko ama oman no ho ayahi ene titru yenwa ma o mutu of magudam ho ayahi pa aye nsase aye se no aye nam na kwan so de tos mi no so aye nsu a ene me no kasai oba santimantemi nsu kase da kumia pa no hwe bi tse ofin na hwe woda na hwe sensu na ni nyina aye nsu a etumi asai na senior na minister kan no na me monetize pa na ohwe excavators won sama na de di kan na o kana nanka o mai mu nanka yide ni se oba be bi tse ye manso ale ni potema nanka o mko efom enkron na o mko na o makotu efom agudie no ena me no ka se kwa na ina ebi wo ho ena ba bi so a ohwe small scale mine for na almost na ya ade a o mu use excavators na o ma de adwuma.
Okay, hold on, Kakrama me wahu. Command me no be deeper, but also general line so. Na me introduce Ora Samuel Osebe Queen, or no, executive director, Ma Center for Extractive Development Africa. Na mean tieno, ye na yen tieno, na yen share almost side what truly they also heard from Ora. Amabwa ene enshaya or the ato hono na fe memra also, but me feel like no yenti no na fe we cannot get into the discussion na fe yen share the echo Ora Samuel Osebe morning na ma me bisa say truly utie the minister for lands and natural resource and during the accountability series, you know, I just want the overview. And Yema no keka you know as the achievements now on my chalky so fast is here no. Is it something that you want to clap for the ministry, the minister, in terms of improvement when it comes to the fight illegal galamsey no wana?
Yo, me da say, sisi ade say okasa men clap wa it will still be too early. Make my canisa. It has been 7 months down the line now. The abakwa minister ne kan ya menene ya adwena me gitu mu pa ne say oso onim say galamsey fight no enye easy. Na onim eno na me pese o mu gitu. Galamsey fight na ye kan enye easy kura say aban beba na enu nansa na watu galamsey ase. Enye easy. Edana meka se enipa wode won ho age galamsey nim se wotu so woton fuel se woton nuane enkronkro no nipa no na broni enkrata research ehwemu na che se 1 million me ne wo kase me ka kire o metima sisi doa ana metima sisi dua se ebro 1 million bebre ye ka direct and indirect dependencies a omo galamsey so a ebro 1 million bebre metima kase ebetima between 2 to 3 million people and a year in between or depending on galamsey. Now, the minister can say blue water guards. What my dear baby. Name insurance pay your home so you say any day, any auntie. Efiri sɛ nsuo na ɛyɛ fi no yɛwɔ mu enoma miɛnsa a nsuo no yɛ fi. Baako ɛyɛ sɛ obi de hyamfa ebesi nsuo no so.
I'm say online no yebe check ora Sami biom na fe yaba back but ato na online no so let's continue. I mean on no to ora some there or for say it will be too early to clap for your friend is saying ora minister but hold on meba na ne line na bantina on to asomame ora Sami pacho to asomame.
Aha na me kasa no ma miɛnsa na ma galamsey no nsuo no ani te enye ne nyina na ani ate. Se minister kasa blue water gas ne ya adwuma ya gitum me makohu bi na me wo enzema mantem ho me hu na ma me call field na mo me hu omo so omo ne na ma omo hwehwehwe galamsey obi o ye galamsey wo nsuo na anoma miɛnsa na ma ne ye fin ba ko ye sa wo de hyamfa be si nsuo no so atu afam agudie no eno esan so mo horo shamfan from nete no mutu no gunsuo no munti no e mansuo no ye fi na afi so it disturb the base of the water nsuo no enya stability when it comes to nsuo na se anwea no a o mutu no de etosu mienu eye so obi be galamsey a ben nsuo no na obehoro ne nete no na wama nsuo na ba begu eye rivers nim na wasan atwe river na bi di akohoro ne nete eno no ebia na onyina galamsey so ebia na owo concession ya abayama no ho kwan se otu galamsey na emom ohoro ne gold na otu no egu nsuo nim eno nso ebetuma man nsuo na ni nyedai ente ene e wo omo divert nsuo no wo twetokro kakraka a divert nsuo no akọ site enya so otu agudie wo nsuo nim wa divert nsuo no akọ site ya asa nsuo no ofa bi no asa ahuru bia divert na asa aba abonten ono no nya so wo de pipe hose na atum a wo pompe wo tu amana a nsuo ne ba ne site ho na wa horo de agum saa no ma miensa we e wo se blue water gas ne mo mani kɔ ne nyina ho enye mo mo gina nsuo no mu pa etu efom agudie wo nsuo no so no e wo se mo mani kɔ mo mo nso horo gum ansa ne ehu se nsuo no ni ayedai asase ate de me ekɔ ya nim no de me hwehwɛ ne se broni be friend sustainability of these initiatives. Number 1, sa blue water gati na wo a current government won manifesto mu na mum I think so mu ye budget no me nye sure say me hu bibi wo budget ni ma na yakase we ne de ko fight galamsey me amagya to me share minister me yam fan say ma won committee bi so da na mum me gitum say one of the key challenges a minister be face a financing of these initiatives abami hu say ampa wanya sika ato ho a or they fight through blue water guards or they fight a soldier for national security or money namuram chairman for a very expensive me pacho so CZ excavator was so two excavator ni besi ba bia betima bo ho ban ama ade ache ni nyina ye ka obeto fuo ni nyina ye ka kese enti budget ya aban ebe region nei me ye seresen ka aban ne di sika be hima hu se we ne de fight galamsey eno no ba me anya ahotoso bi se there is a sustainability message media ni so biem aban ka se red zone forest ni nyina no o ma recover ni nyina ade ana ha adwene pa because red zone forest na ye ka no those are our biodiversity headwaters ensuo a yemfa se nkakuma se de ukọ barekesi a ebia na ni ti efri sa forest ni bi mu na akogina na akotu afama gudi of forest ni ma ebe say nsuo na ede ba bare dam ni mu eba sa na ye boka and those red zones na abayetima recover no ye stress there should be a sustainability solution. The number 1 aban be ma forest gas ni water gas ni ade na gire mu forever na aban be ma soldier for na gire mu forever na ana akwan be so na aban be ebetimi sustain sa fight no because ye hu pempi se ofiri honom a obe now say waje ade beti na galamsey for eden essence wura mu ho eno na wo sa aban ni ma ahotoso efiri samre eko na yetimi ehu se okay de wo ye no wo de sa solution a o de abasa okay ya fight at the forest na to ho na emo mefi na ekro ye increase the number of forest guards within these forest areas and I say ye deploy drones ekoba ehwe baby a anase wanya drones mpa ade abroni friend heat maps no obetimi ehu baby a nipa eden ewo se nipa ehome ewo ho no ma obetimi identify anase obetimi use software obetimi a pick phone signals ewo forest nim na watimi dey determine eno be much cheaper than say who deploy military amanagina forest nim forever.
Okay. Maybe the same way. Truly, these are some of the, best options that the minister should also hold on to. But clearly, aside the other options, be by and I say, Nemebia, of course, it will also help. One of the factors the way of planning to shorten the mining license. The duration, the mandate. Say the amount for you to mine or almost shorten, and that for them will make a good sense. And then the scrapping of automatic renewal of some of the licenses that they give out. Now I'm more compare. I think Mali and Burkina Faso or so thinking say that particular aspect. They need to look at it, and then the total overhaul of the Mining and Mineral Act, the Act 703, 2006, where he's saying almost 85% has been completed, and for him, he feels that if all these mechanisms are boss, the need be a bit bois ama the sector will look very fine. On any argument,
You efa baby menene ya adwene efa baby nsusu meka say some of these changes may not inure to the benefit of fighting against illegality. The menene ya adwene ye Ghana ha ye wo license miensa de di kan obeba say me beji license for large scale me patcho me bo large scale so oba say oba beji license a wo se me beji license e di akohwehwe me kwa akoye vibration ye freno reconnaissance me kogigi information ahwese gold wa ha ana gold wa ha eno no me patcho wuntimi ntu fom wo de ons ye betu efom nsu ama wa na boho ama wa omodi ade bi betuetu afom no matie vibrations na e wo fom no eno no na ye number 1. Number 2, ye fra bibi eye prospecting license. Me patro ye prospecting license e ho na problem ni wono. Prospecting license kire say me ba aba ba hwehwe agu efom agudie na me ba me de afidie be si fom na metu fom akofom ayi soil na test ya hwe se fom agudie wo ho a me patro ye problem e wo Ghana e wo current law na se ni se wo hwe prospecting license na se wo aban de mawa impempi ni yeni emfie dodo a ebema prospecting license na day I expire eno ne ntokwa a eye currently eno ne ntokwa a yehu wo upper west ya eye upper west no eye engineers and planners any Australian company no enya ntokwa no company na hold prospecting license for over 30 years. Ade haje no na amanfo ahu loophole no omu koje large scale concession say me koye prospecting me koye from agudie no de akora forest nim a de concession ama no ama ebia forestry commission a grant the permission say kokko hwe from agudie no eja obeduru ho no no de mfidie si from a de excavator si ho a otu me patro say concession no emra nim no ye wa minimum satisfaction of enoma bi eso ye oya untimi nji concession in free ni semda eno na minister ne ka ho asem no in the oil and gas sector no e different ye be ka tell say amount e prospecting license e was say o spend e bi 7 million Ghana cedis na aban hum e evidence e was spending in the first 2 years e was spending bi 3 million Ghana cedis in the second 2 years e was spending bi say in the third 2 years 6 years no e was na would infidia ba would so ye na be kire ye say e foma gudie ho untimi mfa mfidie bi ankosu se utu eye fango enti eno ne pese ye de buy mining sector no se ne be ya enye forever eno ye number 1 sa ban ne yes ade na e be boy because me no ka say there is no small scale concession in the forest zones ni nyina a large scale concession na okoje prospecting license na no de akocha ma small scale se mo ma ya adwuma ye masase so no ono waje percentage eno na ekoso enti sa ban ne timi stop sa ade na e be boy the atosumienu sani aban no ekase or ye complete overhaul of small scale no small scale there emfie na ye de ama no no years no 2 years between 2 years and 5 years. In fact, your mining permit bem wet me to for ma 2 years. I was say 2 years be out the bed for EPA permit and also see 1 year. Until also 1 year be EPA kokoje permit for and 2 years be EPA. Sometimes EPA to me issue permit and no number of years would be to from a good year near day but we now could renew ube here for until fear the notion that until me ebiana minister ka say in fear or dema prospecting na what so na enya small scale the fear sometimes 5 years. And you know, they are tissue one tissue. In Pempe, no cross Moscow, Urahon, me patch on our chimney, no bosom back on what 2 from a good dinner, you know, or Senano. And you know, the feeling to me changing. But last scale, no, a one illegality nabano, me met my prospecting license. Nam the Akosi and Casa Forest team, me do have me chef a good year. I buy any who name their match small scale in China for no mudim fidia betu or mudi too good. A honoman I buy an air casse or pesa or there was a seminal. Complete overhaul, me minim committee, yes, me krame ye me name crop for adwuma me yemo UK Ghana Gold program ye be hia omo na ye nso ye de ye no disem any changes aye pe no e de ama won no crash omu di dwuma pa dane dan nyina omu hia stakeholders enti no de aban ne ya ebetimi aboa but it doesn't necessarily translate to the ground say stop illegal mining sa na metima ka kire the minister e kan ye no.
All right, yeah, that's also Odewa Juntre Abba, the Executive Director of Center for Extractive Development Africa. Ura Samuel Ose Bequing, and I no Edin Komose Sianon, now watch the call any dear, but yeah, that's a Radin Shelpa. Enti yan ko na fe mene ato kwamna online so still na fe yindi nkoma ato mejidi yese wetie Ura Samuel Ose Bequing in some no so abrubro so egu hono but clearly, let us understand what is also happening because okay, no, can say oko grounds is not reflecting. That is not what is there.
Oh,
it grounds and it is saying.
Bekojo, me de me kasa te say obi am wo grounds na me kasa. Obehwa be na otwe be ba kuniye. Em se me ni udi nkomo bi wa bra me call edunkwa.
Yes.
Esu ne so.
Yes.
Bekojo me di so no. Na nkofo gunsu ne so mo ye adwuma. Omo gunsu ne so àwọn hu ensuo no eso ekrom wo minister yewo ikaze BC wo yewo ohene wo yewo sampinfo na even wo police fo nyina bambo fo nyina ede wo but na omugo so na me fam na asante mantemi ase yewo krobit say atmampo nua me a me sheda akotana ho ekoye research kakra ema ye ne police fo ne bambo fo eko ensuo ofene so na ye koye no na tututufo no wo ensuo no so na dena ye do was no na police for ni soldiers for kan no soldiers for na to me on tension mu nanti o mo dware nsu mu mo wo machines no mo dware pa to mo ina to nsu mu na mo koi na o mo hye o mo machines ni na ndo mo koi na me ma dwese da bi sa ya o mo ko o ma se mo machines no enti me bo mo de se edu anajo me amekwa ko we se bi ananti no o me sa ba nsu no so be adwuma bi ona donc je me say me could do one or two about 8 to 9 to 10 me call you know and I don't know na man tie no SI wo nsu so mo ye nsu so adwuma
wow
na o mo ye nsu so adwuma me ko ko bi say maaso oda ho na maaso oda ho no so ye call you no na eno kwa ye ne task force most mine for task force ne ye call you say o mo ko tamusa ngofo ni le fi nsu so ye call you na nkofo no o ma proko o ma twa nsu no kwa no mo mienu no ma daveti nsu no ma na nsu na fa nsu oda no afafa ba bi fofo na mo wo nsu no mu a mo ye nsu no mu adwuma ye ko ya task force no kwa ye ko chie o mo sa ko ni na no ye bu se o mo ensem kra no na ke se o mo kasa e fa no e ya kan kasa mo tumi nka bi na o mo ina ka bi ka Nigeria kasa bi ka Togo kasa bi ka French na e chi san ko fo ye o mo ina free nsu no so na me ye ma je se da bi ye yo mo free so anapa awia ya se so mo ma shares no me sa ko we se o mo sa o wa na e ko me se me ko wa na dwo no na nkofo ne sa wo nsu no so mo ye adwuma enti sa ekuwe na ye da ho sa no military and police cannot fight this fight. Police want me nko soldiers want me nko na ye nwan ma o mo wo nsu no so o mo siti o mo bo nsu no so e ban no isi am so mo wo say 16 regions e fa na mo ye adwuma na mo de ba omo furu wape say illegal for be san ko mo chie sa ko yes abie no enti say ekuwe na minister afatu wo so opeso wo kono the best solution I will bet me akuni na e ba ho de di kan e ahemfo a omo tete ta nkurase
okay
ba bi tse manso a ba bi tse mo sikro make wasem in fact the ohina ho no ono na say esu na da ho ni na asase na woni na ene dia de to so mienu esu na da ho no na na ona hweso nti se ko ba se ohina ho kro mo o de ko na hye nfa se nana hwema wo nsu e wa se eni nti a hanabe nana bode wo se e ma obi amfa machine ko sinsu no so ana obi anya adwuma wo nsu no so a na ma ohina tumi a bagodo nti hwan pa na betumi akogye nsu no so ko yeso adwuma oni pa na koye because okoye a ohina na otumi ohina betumi ama akwache no ama so ohina ama akwache no se na ko oye nsu so adwuma ye de sani pa na aba police station the police for so di pa na fam na kwaya so ama sani pa na jeli na die pa na be dia dance to obi ko so akoye adwuma obi ankoso ye hwe bibi te kwaye ukwa atreso a kwaye wo kwaye na da ho no omo me small scale mine no omo tumi nkom enkoye adwuma omo ye adwuma no e ye sabe omo me se mo odu me mari uba politicians e hye akide na ye kwaye no adwuma ohine e na gbeso wo kraso okeka na your machumes fo e kwaye no a omo attack say nipa no ndi say de tumi am ohine no let's ohine na aba e de asem na aba say abeda police e pato kwaye na e da ho no aban ne say bi a mehwe makwaye ne ye na me ohina no me ne be chime be hold me responsible enti monko na mko fasa nkofo ni na enfuo mla enti blegodo enkasa okun enkato betwa but is there police fu na me no kasa yi okoma so ne mpotema ye yi wo ma ye do mko se omnko ban see police fu na ban mo to control board a na mine ni di na chi as most mine no kwaka ata no wodi na chi ekope no wajiska no wa say wa jam machine wa dip machine dia man so of machine di besi police station na mine ni ba na wajiska efi no wa say machine na man meanwhile enye sa na de na etie say okoni mpa ne side ni pa ne kwaka ata e ka say wo hwe ne krata no but sa police fo ni bambo fo yi wo me do mo course as no mine side ni na obi ama onhwe okata onya ba ya no wachew onya chew nko ade a de a obetu eska de ama no wajiska ndi say akuwe na minister e kan wasem say obomodin bia say obeko na o say ka say ekunu nye yize no ekunu de nyame enim ni say siya no be fighting de nye yize because me ka say omampeni ba ma so na me wo oba e ka kire o mo say woni me say ahade adwumadi o mudini ha pa ya fom tu agudie mine no mutuni asai na oba sante oba gana so mo hwe sasesem so eminal commission for into omampeni ni small scale mine no for ne kasa o ka kire o mo say obebo modin ya sese na be o mutuni tu gold no mutuni ye no na mo mine so akoso nti no obema mineral commission for amba ho no mo nim nyina abekasa na obi a oya adwuma bia no mineral commission for no amonita ekwan be fa so ayede why wadwuma na watumi aye no aye ni se na be ya umma ensuo na wonse ensuo sansem we no mampani ba ya no mbekaye na so enti ye to be ni wie pe me no small scale mine for one amansia west na amansia south na ehwe ni se ensemo mampani ba ya obekaye no ogoma me no commission for na ba no mo ina be mo ta mo dwuma mo ye se na be mo tu magudie na so me no commission for no enya mai ena me no ka se ya soa eye police for wo site ana o mapio de me kwatna one site bi de police vote me ba ho be 3 4 we ba so financial security onya ba ya o ho people kura na start control board no otu onya tu ya na man ni so kete be for control board ne ko because all the kwa all the ba ne board na ono obi sha kwem no wa ma atuna gibe ska e bia be 2 million 3 million no maji o maji ma sande amount o wa na bo fast aba o black yo me ka tete me work grounds o wa na bo fast aba o fo ne ba was me national security ono so nya ba pe na ono so nya ba na ono so fu machine no ono so akwa gina ono so ko tutu control board into control board no tupe no de kwa de obe kan say me so en franco na ono so na ka ono so agini sika no okọ enti police fo ene soldiers fo a ye do mo fight against illegal mining no omo nyame enim ni sika omo
you kwan de jiska
bebre die na say ya o hwe ya who ba say mo ko fa machine se fia o mo so mo ko fa ma bi ni ye say o mo ko fa ni na no ene say amo mo ko fa ni na ne say o mo ba na so mo ye so metutu a na o mo no mo kan o mo sika mo jai ena ma bi ye say tie enko adwuma entu ma say machine se ba tu be tutu nti eno ne ya mpere ma ndutu ehun ne ma ne nam so asa ansem we basa ne de e ko baaye nti Kojo me the best solution aban ne betumi aye and say mineral commission eso be ma mineral commission for aba no o mo small scale mine o mo be small scale mine for na adwuma o mo die no
okay
o mo die no o mo ma sa mineral commission for na anyo mo adwuma
okay
o mo mla emehia o mo na o mo no mo nyimo nyimo hwe se adwuma no mo ye no se enam na kwa so na enam na kwa so a na o ma chi nimpa no ye wonye enye police system enye soldier system enye sebi enye obia gidigidi bia sem bia na de to so mienu yin no mo o mo osuo no so no hwe aban no pe bibi ti se on pe bibi ti se acid ana se on pe etuo na on fa mo police for no mo fa helicopter fa wiem na se ba tu se wo sinso no so dia na ke yen shoot and kill iki yen ko fi no so si ye ku ni baba ko mienu efi esuo no so a menyi se obi abeko so yen ku no na me no ka sai Kojo ebi ku so so ebi ku so no si o ye adwuma obi ku so so si o de ko ye ba bi ti amada adwuma mponua amada ene ye ku no e kai na wo nya amafo ku so ye adwuma enti brigade for no ba ana adwuma ko ye adwuma enti akuna de omo fa ntokwa no omo nya ofa tumi omo poni tumi ni bi e ma yefo no mo na ayefo na ono mo so wo a o se di tumi be sha wonsa no se o hwe na wo kurom wo mo ye sa illegal mining wo so nyina no yo mo fo what me nyomo fo aba ne ba ho nchew
all right
and I say for minister for beto e o tufo nim na sa wo hine na o ma kwa fa ne mani na koso no ye ntu fa de so ye tu ba ku menu a Kojo eto betwa
mate Ato Eradin Show na on show so no more ho ban maye Ato Kwamena your reporter correspondent Kessben Media and na no edin komono concerning the issue of illegal mining and a face accountability series in a course na minister for lands and natural resource ura Emmanuel Kofi Amaboa call no and also na yedi hu enkomo sesia no and we on and on and on. But there's a press release mensa kan see am men kan quick na fe yentwa jumedie no so release a fee concerned citizens of Adanse demanding immediate accountability from Obuasi East MCE over the present and then unlawful mining activities. Now this is what they say or say. The concerned citizens of Adanse express our unequivocal indignation and deep consternation over the audacious illegal mining operation brazeling occurring directly in front of the municipal chief executive's office within the Obuasi East Municipal Assembly. This is not a matter of speculation or mere allegation. Our leadership has conducted on-site verification revealing active excavation involving earth-moving equipment and heavy-duty machinery. That such egregious environmental degradation is taking place under the very nose of the municipal authority mandated to uphold legality and protect communal resources is not only reprehensible, it is direct affront to public trust and the sanctity of local governance. Our independent fact-finding has revealed that these operations were never deliberated upon, sanctioned, nor ratified by the General Assembly in any official capacity. This glaring procedural lapse points to clandestine dealings executed without the requisite oversight or democratic legitimacy. It raises fundamental questions about accountability, administrative transparency, and the rule of law within the assembly. Disturbingly, credible reports indicate that Municipal Chief Executive Honorable William Kofi Ajowu, acting through Honorable Ibrahim Maabua, Assembly Member for the Akpa Poroso electoral area, allegedly disbursed some 1,000 Ghana cedis each to a cohort of assembly members, including the presiding member, Honorable SKP me la. I mean, it's on and on and on and on. Honorable William Kofi Ajowu acting through Honorable Ibrahim Mabua, assembly member, at 1,000 Ghana cedis to certain members within the assembly. Almost say enyema ekoso wo hono no enya dia etwa yie kra. And then the last one that is say is that in a live broadcast on Shaft FM's one of their programs on Wednesday 6 July, the MC Honorable Kofi Ajowu publicly acknowledged his awareness of the mining activity and attempted to justify it as a revenue mobilization initiative for the district. Wow, that's very interesting. Yenyasa tape na Richard Ebe the power so we can play that particular tape. You're working on the tape. Na interview na ura DCMC Ekokan Wasem Wohono. But this one was signed by the president, concerned citizens of Adanse Obuase in Ashanti region. I think that we'll have to call them to really tell us exactly what the issues are when it comes to illegal mining and galamsey happening at the nose in front of the MCE. Omo edihu enkomo ewo hono 50 minutes past the hour of 8. Hanom Kessben 92.9 na face so Kessben TV, and then on Facebook Kessben TV. On the DSTV channel is channel 364, and I face on Go channel 121. Meeting man so for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Enche Ziga stake on Kessben matching the bebro brought to you by Doc Chaco. Ziga atenase ebedi nkomo yie pa ne mene ne betwetwe nkomo pa won sem bibia me so ne so mebisa na ene obeyi ma no pa ene de wenyi ma na de bekesa but ebedi nkomo afa ho pa Bayport se men kan cho se omo fixed deposit campaign no omo guso a omo enti no se wo sika wo honom na opese attract serious percentages interest was so party on a Bayport for entry new nkomo na fe yenhwe de eko o say so we craft 5,000 Ghana cedis. Na say o the bar o be 16 to 20% interest and even more on your was sika na o be to hono so. And for instance, o ka say bia ko me 5,000 me de kwa to for 1 year e wo Bayport a won say I beka 1,000 Ghana cedis interest e wo sika no so. So so would crack 20,000 now the koto for busumi in 6 months on sabeka 1,820 interest on your money, and I feel so would cry 100,000 Ghana cedis and the koto for 1 year. The Obenya was so for so Obenya was so 20,000 Ghana cedis as interest. It was that we see kind so pay way na open day when in Bayport for ending komo ofre ahoma we ya also Mr. Bonnie on any manager no Mr. Bonnie I will Bayport there and yet baby I may and the Kessben media beka cho se bi odu sika koto hono ma ebeko dabi Bayport there omo ye correct papa from Mr. Bonnie e wa homa we so 0245 153 283 0245 153 283 and now says 020 412 5878 020 412 5878 and no a Bayport to fra o se oni ora Bonnie manager nankasa ebiri nkomo na fe ya hwe de eko ma me kan cho se Kokwesi herbal center se me kan cho se GD herbal one first nkunim de herbal mixture and so e wo honom na GD herbal mixture no de ye ni arthritis general body pains na fe so any other issues related say malaria fever headache typhoid and I face joint pains in no GD herbal mixture ebetimi asan yare and into no men drinking bebre sans GD herbal mixture wo hono kotobi na fakon ekon arthritis ene de aka nyina na including the herbal mixture so no de yenie mana mo menstrual cramps menstrual regularities and after so mo yefun yare yefun pains ene ulcer ene de aka nyina no eno including the herbal mixture ebetumi abo ye pa se wo pedudu otu ana wo pebi so atopa me kan gidie and after so including the herbal mixture me patoko Widam Pharmacy Ashaman Ekus Pharmacy Ashaman Repash Ventures Okanshi Hallo Herbal Okanshi na fe so Angel Herbal Okanshi Case Walk Herbal Okanshi na fe so Madina so Tony K Herbal and na fe so Kaswa House of Drugs JB Pharmacy and na fe so pharmacy and as a herbal shops bia e ben wono ubenya kwaku esiedu herbal and prayer center for a friend GDA and na fe so nkunimri herbal mixtures no ubenya bi friend number way 055 863 9865 055 863 9865 unsa ebetumi akabi sa product ya mbo boss yi FDA approved enti no mensuro onomo a konoje 54 minutes past the hour of 8 yenko na yensanko di enkomo we yeba Doc Chako ene Zigestic ebe take over na fe ye di enkomo yene imbost for ending enkomo whether no the aye no ano odene unhia edura ebe boost immune system no immune system this one boost ya enye ade papa obe yare sa but in boost herbal for ewo eduro bi maye ampese ye di ho enkomo yanfa yenkotie na fe so yenhwe na fe yembra back na yembeto aso.
Yo abusuafo no pansi yenda mo asena ya mama kwa babie mum rafidi kase yi so nim say sharp herbs de yetina sese ya pomde ho nsem na ye de brewo mapomde ho nsem no eda yakoma so pa Dr. Steven Yako Sharp officer 1 awsa wo ye mem ha chese odi ni dwuma se police ni nanso nyakopon hwe ne do na koma panti ode odom papa bi adom no se onfanye imboost herbal mixture ye sanoma ne se police ni na dro no papa chese nipa ho asema na se nipa ho do na koma so pa eno nti ubehwa edro imboost herbal mixture no enioma eye no edo so pa na so ebo no ama na da form cra pese obi a etumi etobi se uye sikani se bi uye wiemfo obi a etumi atobi na aboa am yetimi awoso nyare wanyina egu ye number se didi juma ebi enkomo ye ni ubedi na assemble kire wadwen so ebre ni nti wuntimi mbonwura mu bi ana pese woni Dr. Steven Yako Sharp di nkomo one modro ni bi wose testimony no frɛ no na aka kire ne sa e hye ni nkran pa nti me pa cho obe frɛ doctor e wo 0246 208496 0246 208496 eno Dr. Steven Yako Sharp officer 1 ne number eno no ebiso na pedro ndodo etu o akra ha ne mpatamu dia obefre Dr. Robert e wo 0540 71 01 13 0540 71 01 13 eno numbers are offering ye dia drondo sopo abegu shop ho na watumi aton san se imboost dia odom na oso ninti se bi eni shop ho ya na ma sales no kran tumi enko nanim eno tis wa bie pharmacy herbal shop drugstore da wunyanya imboostable mixture na wo yaka etri kakra eno ntimi do me pacho frase pebisesi a me pese obi beba na se afi na me kofa bi wa di asanso tutumrika ko kan shi draglin herbal shops akese ne nketu anyina ebi wo mu Ekus pharmacy wa shaman widama so wa shaman ho atemana na boache wo ho e na afin so kaso air tribe of Judah AK Heba e oteshi gono school over the world not over the country baby ebi e wo ho okobre kuma ebi wo ho nom sunya ne tachiman jesenya asem ketu baby imboostable mixture de ya to apeti me do for wutie me ye kan imboost ho asem ebi ena ne de di kan wote yenka ana wanka se duro no wakoto bia no so kra won hyedam nim adetitiri wa eya de tie ne se bra wa frase a wonom imboostable mixture yi ensakraye ebebe woni padua ni mu pa esan se imboost no ewra ni padua ni mu a ekopeja immune system no ahoden ekokenya immune system no ahoden mekire wo self defense no naturally de nyankopon de ama wo se embo ho ban free nyarewa ho emmo a ona se yare ba ni padua ni mu a tumiku edisu nkonim ana sebe ya wonyare ntentem no nti saade ni ndi dwuma ne ma no eno na wonum imboostable Mr. Posi ni na dro na ekopeja na hoden edema wo eno nti se nei immune system na hoden wo form edaye ya ewo ne nan entumi nya hwe a obeyo obi abeta yare pa o yare mpo na wono modura wo hyeda hunu dro no so papa adentia esan se edro na ewra nipadua nim na etwa se immune system na strong na etumi aye adwuma ye aboa nipadua no na wako edi yare no sunkunim eno nti wono moduro na enya immune ni eye weak no na edro no nya adwuma no sunsan so be ne kwa kofa dia brewo medofo so pese obo ho ban unya pomde mapade a ade etwa se wo hwe ni ye pa eye wonkwamo a ewo nipadua nim no ene nkwamo no so na ho odi nyina ewo imboost herbal mixture police ni na dura odi ahahama enubna enua hini edi aye no enum enewo bedo for so pa pomoden na wo mpese de nyankopon asem aka no odi be adwuma de a ene na wonim de opese wo ye kire se nyankopon asem aka ne dada ayaresa ne de eye ne ma aduane na ayaresa ne be waduane a eye herbs no eye hahama no enubna no eno na wo de ye waduro na ayaresa atumi aye waduane enu ntini ene men kaseme de mempe hahama nro ya na enyu no imboost de acid honey no ahyemu ma no ne no atimi no ntino ne nom no enye ya ne nom no edabokọ akyese obi atumi no bia wo no ma memi se misuradu no mpa se wo se me no wadro serious ana kyese menyim eno de akora ne ntino menom enso imboost mi nom no anytime bia kyese ne nom no enye ya eno ne abibidro edam soronko ne packaging edam soronko ne content edam soronko se de adro ne nom no so edam soronko ne nom no enye ya kra eno ntimi pa cho mema no mbo hu oyo ba o menses meye enua mam ne de ana adunum no eye ya pa ye mpa adunum nanso so o menses na embaye no hu no seniema bi na enkoye woni padua ni mu menses ne ba pains na wote no enye normal anu ye den obi won ma ne de na ebeba this month o onfa afro ono so so a onru ni monopole stage nanso so no menses ne ba this month no I just say be 6 months ansa na aba what is say na kyese your how bi ene woni padua ni mu de na wo beye obenum imboostable mixture no na saade no agyan
okay
afi wutie me na pese wotete wa wontem ekwan afa so ye no amwa ananu moja na amfa enu ti ama menses na twa enu so so ankanya ndrubre wo se etwa me pa cha ofrase so the police ni na duro no eye wa duro na saade ni nyina etu obetwa fibroid no ba etete wa obetumi anum bi wonso so obedi adanse sansa adanse ni de ye bebre obi se na aduane to me ye ma mintumi kra me kaye nua ba bia na nka ne nsono o se o sa ha na ma se doctor so okotwitwa ne nsono no akekensie ni 2013 ayedi police ni na dro imboostable mixture ne ma no wode ne hoto so nom ne continuously nyakopon adom se ulcer no ontene nka biem wo de ne ulcer na hawo diabetes na aba ni padwan sugar na boroso anase ese kire yade ana hypertension pressure no ekosoro dodo ana ati aba fompa hepatitis na hawo na fatty liver na hawo merofo awutie mi hunu se yare bi betimi agin ewo ni padwanim ana yare bi ni padua no so ne betimi akwa na ye immune system ne bobre enu ti se ka se imboostable mixture timi boa ma odi yare nyina so nkuni mate ase se edura boost immune system no na se immune system no so enya ahoden a ya na eden se yare betimi enya anika ewo ni padua ni mu enu ti obia ni immune system ye weak no bo se de biara da he code uchi no na katade no ho abagim ebe kakra bo se na ni padua no se me haya me basabasa me ni padua mu ye basabasa me honam hyehye me ntumi na edura na jo ontumi na afa osibachiri bramu eyeme ya misisi minumi kotodwe afa obekọ hospital ye be check ne pressure ne sugar no yese no nso kosoro medofu se wutie me na won pese asasi so pese wotimi tena sinya apomodin dia ade etwa se obo ho ban eye immune system no esanse organs ne woni padua no mebia ne obetima function well without the help of the immune system and now say immune system ne ye weaker ebia ne obetimi aye adwuma yi eno ntini ye kan fo police ni na dry asana mane say ye boni di say imboostable mixture no e di ama so wona ase na tatai onsa na ye titiriti wakoma na ye bo periperi ana malaria taache opa nso tutu ntontom na ba kakra bi ba ko pebi ka wa na oda hode a ene police ni na duro no eno na ye kan fo di ama enche na me de ma no si me nua mema mo se mentum mo fosi ya na sa me ba no man ka mo asema mentumi kra adentia enema na aba no ho chese die se bi mpredua se ho si ye de na ye pedie mo odin no wan hweye na so how bi ba ni paduanim na se ema wo sexual wo ye weak na wo si wo me kototo ne ma bi spray ba na ho de akoye adwuma wan hweye kwakofa akoma ya de abrew obi aka oba so wawu aka oba so obi so ejina so sa wo ye wie na ejina so sa ye de na kwa akoye ne se adwuma enumja ye yes adwuma ni wie kwade na sei entumi nya adwuma biem ni nyina ye sebi aphrodisiac nru a ye nonom se ye de befa ma me pacho imboost die wo ye be ma na wonum bia eboa ayi stress a e ma wa ye weak na firi ho eboa ayi phlegms gonorrhea na syphilis enemu yare bia amamma ya je oni padua na boso ewia na do natural strength se be ma na dia ma eti wo bo adwuma se be ma o how bia eni akire ni nyina ayi police ni na duro imboostable mixture Chamedo for numbers no. Na assembi a chewa dwen no ene ndi nkomo.
Okay.
E was 0246
20
84 96 na 0540 71 13 we ye Dr. Steven Nyako sharp number no na media to janity friend no. Ye no ko ide ka wo say imbustable mixture no ebi wo herbal shop. License chemical shop pharmacy bia mu no enye na.
Police imbustable mixture ene no mo edi enkomo sisi ano 3 minutes past the hour of 9. What that's why I share with Kessben TV and I face so share with Kessben TV on Facebook and then on 92.9 on Facebook and then you're listening to me live your frequency nedia na 92.9 and at wo ATM CCano meeting Eddie Manso for Kojo Preko Dankwah Doc Chako Eddie Ziga stick ebre on Kessben matching but answer na meba Ziga so no name say na better na ebe point because in somebody will be camper post office Jamal say or say we international postmaster or say the issue of illegal mining in Ghana requires a comprehensive solution. It's intriguing that influential individuals are involved, yet we often turn a blind eye. With the international postmaster from Jamase, post office Jamase, me sure say Jamase fu nyina obia ehun eye. Ziga mami chiao na afi me call line so na binim say illegal mine obedi hu komo yepa because adanse for no press statement na me kenkan ye no the president of the concerned citizens no our line so but say bia boko there
Onyame adom boss.
Yeah. Eti Doc Chako e de Zika stake no ebrese. Se ba me kwa homa no so quick na me ne Ora Anthony Kofi or your president concerned citizens adanse Obuase in Ashanti region. Statement na making can say there's an alleged illegality when it comes to illegal galamsey koso ewo omo krono and say BBMC no crowd no honum area office no and asane man koso yeni hu nkomo ne yenhwe what is really truly on the ground na fi yemra back Anthony Maakye bibia boko there nice the radio say and Opiana making kind press statement coming from Mohonom concerning the issue of alleged galamsey bia koso on site mo Kasamo Brown no so in connection with the MCE and face bia ne dine one. How true is this story? First off, mo presser no the empana na person mo tre Ghana man nyina.
Yo, first of all, my man and Mwase for the opportunity. So this matter of national interest, no more so no more than Mwashim said a bit me I fight this illegal mining activity I cost. So we do Obuasi East Municipal Assembly right in front of the MCE, the office and illegal mining activities air cost now, so about your press release, no, yes, send the videos be at the car to support issue. No, I say, some no raise, you know. The meaning idea, a man no a hard and says, so about the district and as a constituency level, district level, no, you didn't say the seat of government. I get the MC's office. It is the MC office. Now, see you took Galamsey, now a matter of concern to all of us. Now, some no investigations before the start of the work. MC, through one of the assembly members or one of the electoral areas for Honomono Akapuruso. The Ibrahim Mabwa. Through him, assembly members no academy now 1,000 Ghana cedi each.
Some of day.
So the exercise no air call Honomono sorry against it.
But Anthony, same way. How did you know? How did you come by establishing say illegal mining? What then Panamuhu ya a mamo can't say illegal mining first off?
Illegal mining will be only any permit and also any authorization from leader mining minerals commission the kaka hono. Yeah.
Matthias, number say me who are the potting amuhu ye mamu who say a illegal man, a dear need na muhu ye.
Also, Obuasi the Hodiache. So be a two gold, you gold is it here.
Okay.
The Honomono also
some of her release no actually no. May the video be SND media for no say move. But our video no no. The MC no or Obuase East Municipal Assembly no. Ira William Azowu Kofi. Now okay the voice no more. He's on record to have admitted say omo yes our mining activity no e won nim hono. Me mumu no omo yes our activity no to generate revenue. To develop Obuasi East Assembly. Go back and then play the video.
Okay, but me production team and MC is waiting come and ne kasa emu no also meeting but on my bibi kakra or say a hostel and na omusi and that some 66 buildings be na wo hono no omo ebubu according to EP omo ni EP for cry na ye ho adwuma and order but a hostel and omusi na nye illegal mining omo ye wo hono. How true is that?
You see, Minia, that makes it. You see, his government rep. Sometimes where's be on ma? You try to remember. I just said the bear and you maybe see hostel. The idea is that quarters are AG4 quarters are a war area or PTP wawasi area honomono. And the idea is that a honomono. Omo AG releases area honing in ano e Magana government and of course see Akudi Assembly for instance. The idea and I say omo be see hostels e dia support KNUST Obuase mine Obuase branch.
Okay.
Na me say ye ba be see hostel ye mining activity and of course I've asked you say go back and play the video of the MC. In any case, there also ba be see hostel why the mining? Who could do side horses here? You will excavators who any heavy trucks, machines are conveys friends places not most safely a formula at the cost side akokoro.
Okay.
Go back to the video. Now in any case, you say about the hostel. Some the foundations in Yuka. Now when you plate excavators is one more area and that is our problem. Okay. Now, Ubisano or say, oh, ye tailings. I'm surprised he's not talking today because he has spoken on other radio stations and they all kind of say, oh, mu ye a friend say, sign like Eddie Frat as in that say, na EPA for say, hold on, no, and ye, baby, a bit in Yatina, Nipa bit in Yatina, hold on, I didn't know, or Mabu, a diabinum Eddie. Meanwhile, as we speak, say EPA for says, hold on, Yatina, hold on, that is where you have your office. Why is your office still standing?
Okay, because as we speak right now, Mamo share Kessben TV CCR Obehu vid a friend is saying video no ora Anthony Ekanwasem no live showing on a Kessben TV CCR on Facebook no so call Kessben TV on Facebook and have 92.9 now Obehu a excavators na ejuma ewo currently the said land na the MC is saying say DC hostel no the video is showing live Kessben TV CCR me no kase ni Anthony kase so you could tell you could see live the video cost wo honom excavator na MC ni say your hostel and na omo AC wo honom but this is the video live video that we're getting straight from Obuasi East one.
Yes, Obuasi East Municipal Assembly.
Yes, CCR.
Also that white to be also that white to be a video anymore.
Yes, that white to be see o mehu.
Sa that white no ye a dan Anglo Gold Ashanti.
Okay.
Obuasi mine.
Okay.
Eba be see no as municipal examination printing press.
Okay.
Nti eba be ye exams e wo Obuasi nyina e dan AG for na si e dia ba be che yen. Sa dan na chipre na MC no the next building na on the MC office. In this MC call the officer or Namsa Galamsa and on the call office.
That's what they now.
That video now over no. What is the proof that indicates say a hostel you two hostel you two amana?
I say be on percent
why you know?
That be say be on percent you call from friend is what can I say? How do you call
foundation?
It? Foundation, good foundation.
You see, I say videos you send them me
yeah.
But I carry over who say you were trucks and classes si hono mo a day corner a day car or the Nadmo municipal Nadmo director no on no market trucks na econo. Mo de market truck back etu mayenu etu. Na asidanka nyame say assembly member for Mampamhwe electoral area. Your friend Yera Samuel Abuaje. or no na omode sa 1,000 Ghana cedi ne call just to induce them no or reject sa offer no so or no the integrity on fa no ho for sa ne mani
or will prove
but just say
or will prove say 1,000 no one day more prove.
Oh, sir, he's an assembly member, and so now, or you're willing to pick that. You know, you confirm. Also, the other numbers in our send them.
Sure.
They are send them in order for you people to be sure that we are just being fair to the MC. You know, the person that's through him, MC, the Coco Chess, 1,000 Ghana cedi per assembly member. No, I have cited him in the press release.
Yes,
I have given out his number.
Okay.
I have given a friend saying, your reject his offer. No. Me don't also the number at the account me the MC number at the sendo. I just want him the MC to come and confirm this on radio or on TV that what we are saying is not true. He has decided not to speak to this matter because he knows that what he's doing is an illegality that is against the mineral act.
All right, Anthony. Your point mefro na yadi more details now. We do follow because manenda. We need to speak to MC. We need to understand.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Yeah.
And Dr. Amako Hene.
Yeah.
That region no say. The best there.
Okay.
The air cost no illegal mining activity. Now, senior MC Aka say or no or yes I to generate revenue to develop the assembly no. We are against it.
Okay.
And the air can say kakan we di kan kwa aye no. Yenna a forensic audit audit. Na yen kase do munya aye no omo de no aba begu. Na fi yen stop this ade na air cost no. We are also demanding that the municipal assembly no should issue a communique and give us a proof of, a legal backing of whatever it is that they are doing over there. When petition the minister.
Okay, all right.
See, a petition minister subsequently will go to court.
But I say, Anthony, medasi bebre say oni e din common indeed. Your best check na your production team will work on this thing. I think that we need to come back to truly, get it right. Indeed, your home videos in there, but we have to confirm and reconfirm and double check. Says Anema we no senior kono illegal mining, and I say indeed a hostel and I see our hot there. But say your hostel see there hey. Ziga. I didn't know Ziga Steak is brought to you by Doc Chaco. And a day a Ziga Steak and also a bray and nafi yatwa a jumedian so Ziga money once again.
Yeah, boss. Yeah, me ado marako.
Nice.
Bibia suba kodi.
Bibia boko.
Bibia radiasi pa. Anyasem ketwa kwa. Anyasem ketwa.
Yenko anymore.
Yes, yenko enum na. Rat to force.
Yes.
And you expect much from him.
Yeah.
Na adequate make say. Emra so utie make say mo. Na make say omampanyi Mahama bae no. Ye ka independence celebration idea. Papa yi kate cost for about 18.5 million Ghana cedis. MBA issue 1.5 million Ghana cedis. You say your ministers or elephant size ministers or be reducing. We're reducing our number 60. What do you see? DSTV semwa was so more be able to satellite there the portrait or say young farmer contract and conform called download photo no mo fanya if we allowances are the ministers and government appointees our buyer was say we're training them no but when we intimately reflected the cost of living, the make what I say you cut down ministers to protect or cut down the government expenditure. So no money intimately reflected the cost of living. Emma a normal boy mafum. Your cost of living no was ra. Sadi intimately money reduce. The only way etimi boye the economic indicators. When you talk about the economic indicators, to say your domestic and international reserves, inflation,
exchange rate. Sa normal miensa we say. In fact, indicators na doso. But these three key indicators, and I say a buffer more. And a reflecting, and you say, economy no ashiki. I'm a normal buffer. The make what I say. The international and domestic reserves, inflation, and the exchange rate. Now listen. Say exchange rate, dollar ba 10.41%, 10.4, as compared to year to about an year 14 point something. They make what I say. Good. Dollar ba from. And you expect to say by the end of this year, a dollar ultimately hitting about 7 cities. That is the projection. Now, we talk about inflation. Menoka say inflation about 13.7%, as compared to 21.8% near Babetwaban. And the IMF forecast Ghana's inflation rate, say by the end of this year, as year hitting 8% our inflation. Single digit inflation. According to the report, IMF World Bank Spring meeting that they had, say the inflation by the end of this year is hitting that. Now, the reserve are hitting 4.4 growth. So percent above account. It was last November, Mr. Addison, former Bank of Ghana governor, say, as of November, a month before the election 2024, now the international growth I hit $7.92 billion. That was November. May this year, Yami Atiase say your growth $9.2 billion. Just say from 7, yes, 7.92. Yeah. Say I hit $9.2 billion. Yeah. This is coming from Mr. Esiama. Okay. You get me? It means that we are doing well.
Yeah, no crap.
And this is a fact. And this is a data from IMF and Ghana, Bank of Ghana. Now tell me, how come that we say reflect on market? Today, as a semester Atofos and Becca, Honorable Atofos, were explaining widely to this country. No catch and say, at the frontier, all these economic indicators na ye can. Your target ani ye pe. Yet me CD even we have gone beyond our target. Not still a normal ball and easy. And so I explained the train. Say, a dear transportation first, above from transport first, above from. Yet transport first, so not still a normal board. And so I explained it. Because with him, Shabos. Meno kasa sisia. Me sha de pa de bia he enoma we ekutamia. Wo se bibie mu a na me ye referral. Ye ba beto aba. Na ye starch spray. 445 Ghana cedis. Na baby di 50 cedis. Se starch spray 55 e baby di 60 cedis. I don't get it. They toss biem. Bread pan no a aya omodo namo abonte so the white one ye ba beto aba no na ye kese na ye 6 cedis and aketo na 5 cedis ye to aba no wie ye nayi me no kase kese no ayi keto no 6 cedis kese no ye 8 cedis baby kura bo no 10 cedis the chalk cylinder, the standard cylinder of a year yedoto butter bread. Na ye 10 Ghana cedis. Me na me tobi ola pass pa. Fresh one. Se see 15 Ghana cedis. Shea butter in kuto. On said the package di egu container mu no. First pa na ke 3 Ghana cedis. Ye beto aba na 5 Ghana cedis. Se see 7 cedis o call la pass. E bi di 8 cedis ko 10 cedis. Eti papa ne be explain it. Syndicators na yenya no enye real we should know say a sabotage we should know Nese eye sabotage demeni owura Martin Pebu be ya adwene se esese aban step in ne fight man kofo e reduce o monoma enye sanso amene owura Lancha Martin so be ya adwene 2007 when we got all the economic indicators right bana cement air cost no he made us to understand say as a trade and industry minister and your first a special initiative minister he will make sure say amount of cement so ye the price control tag besaba. What is the price control tag?
Kessben 92.9.
Kwame Nkrumah time the same thing sabotage and then cost right and Nkrumah omode sa ayin ebae you see ne yawo price control decree in 1972 General Kutu Echampo time and ye yawo control of price act 1962 1962 the year Dr. Nkrumah 10 years time 1972 and the decree ne bae amba ba be shemu kina because you Nkrumah no na price control ni ni ho. This is satana enkofo shada eye de sabotage aban eni kwase obi aya de ope enye same na medi bisika kotoye etimi uba be ye de ope esese esade ba price control ne chese se fu we ne yeton ye the price bow se sa fu we say ye de 15 Ghana cedis baby e be ko bia no eye 15 Ghana obi anfa price mo de ho etimi ba minim se we yeton ni say because ya get sad ya ene ye ya ban ye dey eye free for all abai bi na finance minister bi na what in the next so mu wada na sabe peduasa wa fi oto no wono wona wo brainstorm ahwe kwan obefa so solve the situation in the country na say what the measures ba na indicators ne ba from na say ye enjoy ya they want to do some one penny. I don't get it. Say yes sabotage amom ye hunu because me mati bida ase me kan obi ani bida me former girlfriend ofi Canada buy na okotra ne sister store no omoton plastic makola so I went to multi credit and I offer me and I'm so around the corner say me buy no oni ho and was say me channel no mo meet bi oba pon mo oba transfer ka che me ye beto aba way back in August last year o ka che me say party phobia ba no ma ba be hia say omo ntutu no ma na nkosoro na ban no ye ntu aba no ba taxes bi o be yi am bia we don't do that on radio. I'm telling you reality so means that sabotage and you're real indicators am dia mawe e di ntina say ye to adie bi 5 cities before election me to about with these indicators ye to sa adie 10 cities. I don't get it.
Ten na make catch Asaki say newsroom for your voice pops be.
Yeah, I listen to it. Yeah, I said I'm newsroom.
And pay the people are
voice
still telling you.
Voice pops and now I'm editing it.
Voice pops. The people are still they are telling you say adie no any money yente so
yate transportation so and no na mo say de ma you cost yente so yate transportation so me wa aye dai na normal cost mentiase me say price control act yen san famra
price control now work act no now quite to say yesu ano Dr. Kwesi Botwe ebe kan budget
good
no it was say sugar 2 cedis
yes
and then okodwomu a bag near 2 cedis
simple like ABCD eti Kwesi Botwe dia na agriculture no dia na so a no okeka la pass to cycle ye beje 5 cedis obabu body ni na keje tia tu atonsu mu ni say we bu ni say untimi mu obi adi na de ye do penance ko fo bi frame man bi me refi ni din me he message no nam dia kiro yeso ko asante regina o ma start to first him abra fi abo no a ye the regulation na dia ba no fi wa no ye tumutu a certain amount a ese no a ye tenase ye ne aban ne ye face DPR2 for tenase ne ye kwan ye be fa so a ye de betoto efem but say I reflected that you a ye tenase anitina onso obi a meka se ye ntoto fi wa mu baby why fuel prices cost me boy but obi am because enye ade reflected I say who year calculation inflation calculation the food basket you will no maybe wo ha say the prices no cost right affected inflation A bit is for example, you can say car boy dia. You can say BBT say plasma TV ne boy dia. How many people know whisk omukoto plasma TV? Yen tono show et man cough esro. But say alcoholic beverages the price cost right. Just look at the number of people omu ye consuming alcohol. It's definitely a from electrical appliances. Say bar a cost. You understand? It is a yan tutu few anymore, a tutu few, but I reflect here and kakesi cano a day and I catch them as a walk of 5 years. I saman kasi media bay first party ever twaban a second about 5 cities and not the 10 cities.
A brobeno.
A sabotage. A sabotage. Hey, sir, a cool say a new quasi a dear politics.
No, you are right.
A new quasi will be a dear politics, and no man know the cost. Me say a don't for man, woman the two are buying. And the politicians.
Now, me say, I am in 1
and no one,
Omukroya, na Jomama, ya, dear Jomama, may come back in the next 2-3 years. And I never buy a thing. And you to me far away, and I inquire, and I say, and I'm to cry.
The beer, Bessie the hell,
no problem.
My president Mahama, by inflation, the 1% single digit, 1%.
It still not reflect.
On by a drum pay. It's what you have to do, is let's bring back the Price Control Act. Yan shall be our I am ra. Oko eswa, they do it. Democratic rule, but still they do it. Rwanda money now they have it. I've read it this morning. Morocco, they do it. And they say, at the end saying that here, the American watchers see a calculation. When Timmy found pen can't me say, me and I'm doing sika kofa bae, it is saying I'm the budget, no about system no, it is a statue of Accra, no Kumasi Fasum, a day and a Numbio. Boss Timmy, Numbio for a crowdsourced global database firm. It may be catching Ghana for say, the whole world they say. Accra is the second most expensive city to live. Accra is the second most expensive city to live in the world. How? Accra population not soon see Lagos. Lagos alone population is over 15 million. Accra alone population equal to Lagos. And yet day in Accra, and yet second most expensive city to live in the world.
How?
And yet then the basa a day. Yes, property. Your father say property prices. But property prices no say cost right a descending. It's here they are and the money yet the most expensive, second most expensive city. It would Accra a normal board DC New York, a normal board DC Gassenkesh, Munich, a normal board DC Hamburg, Johannesburg, Lagos. Yamoussoukro, Abidjan, and normal board they say Rabat, Accra. How?
Accra to me to 20 cities.
Be see a better about 10, be see a better about the fufu, ya de 10 cities and near Kekamwa. Many come near
20 cities.
And they come near Kekamwa. You be
20 cities.
Yes, ya be call you know. Ya by to Ghana Farmers Day.
Yes.
Yet yes, ya the fufu 10 cities. Last year, many come near Kekamwa. And the fufu 15 cities.
20. Me koto
20, yes.
Me didi yen maboka be 120.
Yeah. Ebiakete. Miwa. You better to ban 10 cities in the big one. The big one.
Yes.
And then 15 cities, baby, clone 10 cities.
That one trap you.
Chebia Bogana. Omo ayu and Mastina no the amount. Omo the 10 cities. Bao pedia, you know, a normal one now, but Diama hygiene one. And you 15 and no crack to be not 20, no, we're trying to do the amount. Jamaican watch say, we turn to the amount. Aden Nebasa.
What you crab wedding?
Yes, I want just about music on day.
Until 5 cities.
Until 5 cities be a chow tassy. Because I'm so much mammy and cotassi, ma'am. Don't
find a council.
I like it.
Must the paper.
It's your no quality and no 5 seasons. I don't cry me cranting or I am, sir. Bijina pumani na mitiemwa.
Emona se no kra no
5 cities. Me minti no de man, sir.
Emwa se se I cry and turn 5 cities.
You turn 5 cities. Ade.
one issue now raise here no yene honorable Twinibu Afuku or your MP for Manson Kwanta one. You know saying deputy ranking economic and development. This price control tag ya can want many budget review can want me. Yene ni nkomo. What is really happening from there? Honorable Maakye Bibi Aboko there.
Yeah, me just Bibi Aboko bi there.
Yeah, there are this was say. Ye di nkomo minia Ziga and wa hanu ye di nkomo efa budget review no ho na the ordinary Ghanaian na ye di emo ho nkomo in the sense that enema no yesi atete so dollar ba form macro ni micro indicators in Bank of Ghana inflation yesi by so and so by next year now by single digit almost around 8%. That is what IMF World Bank is telling us and all that. But in reality no yene Ghana for ni di nkomo yene ma ye to ade no still wasoro enti mo keka mo bra fi ni macro micro indicators BOGC gold kosoro reserve aye say na fe still no yene ma ye to ne ma mo na mo hwe ne ma ye no still ye complaining ye kan say na ye
Yo minia me that say me church for no cray when say you see CFA said yeah a buying penny for ne and in the 40 day almost see a social normal Kessben say near bo sa cost sa from the brony friend say inflation no more come of us so normal the baby to jam or be who say a honey war any ante Ushema yes inflation said a normal bo Rebecca say above from there said the almost kind of crater so no then so opa a form say near abebusa who say a fisha here se bia okwa bontina okoto kinki bob akwa then and here Tom Mouse saying Sabri ye Tom Mouse saying one kasano we enye book masem so I say near Tom Mouse say ye Tom Mouse saying eswati fi anase jina die jina se uton siompo insio ya dia wenya untimi ntina asasi so se uton su a busa ho se afisha sie uton su a na uton sen sabre uton sen eswati fi ana everyday things I use to ya brabo no ye mu se ho se eswati fi ana se so ntifi na se ye ho hayen and normal ye de boy e bra e wo man yi mu se ye ho hayen na se ebia de tia na tie na se de ne esi boka eye normal na sa na tie de a yet se so bi ka se ne ma boss what tete ne ade a se o san bu se biem bi se we no enye book masem eye everyday living obia ne normal ye ne da bia no so hu on abrabo se o hu dia any anachi se book for na ka bibi foforo na de ekoso so eye ade foforo kra
Honorable na minia bema Ziga call for the price Ziga friend example price control act no and can some fambre biom odwene ho say so that so for instance finance minister be general henceforth omo kenkan say na Dr. Kessben ye no and the more koko kroma 2 cities baby na obi ehun say 2 cities. This price control act would it serve a good purpose at this time?
Yo minia you see we are say economy ye more branko ye chi
okay
we are say economy now so okowanim
okay
e chi na say ye wo democratic era no so enya dia eye se bibia no ode enhye ekohye nipa te obi akwa ne normal no ba beton a say no bia wo akwanya so otimi kofa de mo ba beton nti ade a ebe control price e wo man mu e competition se wo kofa o die se de wo ka se milk no akofa na the same quantity of milk se wo turn 10 cedis na so obi so akofa the same one na so turn 9 cedis mi ji se milk at the corner dia nipa de nyankopon dia jinse etu we say milk corner dia to be turn 9 cedis be turn 10 cedis your turn 9 cedis e be turn dia enti a competition and that's a market forces no and there is a drive way then you sell the change na we ka say boy we na sell turn there be a baby obi ko fa ne de no different from the beautiful process of farming.
Oh, okay.
It's only share echo to soa. Na oh yeah, I apple nipa. Some market forces no. Nipa nankasa and I say decide. The Sunday we are seeing na yeah. Oh yes, I would share them there. That is a baby. A member word to baby. Kabiba min kebi to baby. Fa hundi edro. Now we have a big popo.
Okay, all right. All right, send our crack with it too. Your expectation on the media budget review, no? Then I expect it.
Yo, Minia, budget review ni there. Who show my budget? Ye king can ye better match ye mu. People see me toss me and senti and che better busumi 9 in no. Budget here about revenue, not 12 budget, and your expenditure, said obviously spending, and new programs near the Albay. And then, yes, like you saw, but say, I may raise revenue 200 billion, said your kind, now 200 billion, no, Metimi are raising, and I say, Mentimi are raising, Mishema, Echo, a fee inquiry, no, make my raising, and I say, meet me ready.
Okay.
80, and only a sema a whom here, so because revenue 200 billion, with obey my ready, and I say, on me ready.
Okay.
And expenditure, and so yeah, or see your best spend the programs, I'll see your day, revenue, no better acquisition, but the acquisition, and I say, on fancy shame.
Okay.
Programs, economic programs are buying so obey, why I say on a big I mean, or say big push or say whatever 24-hour class economy. Why I say on
okay.
That normal reason and nay ye per se
okay.
Ye IMF I IMF program not a cost saying ye ma ya agree say ye no more no Danik Pem and I said Nanik Pem.
Okay.
A car or man ye did debt service.
Okay.
Chia and said yes, ye chia. And then to wait now the appreciate young home way.
Okay.
Then yes, if you are about the bush
okay. All right. Honorable the Benessa or channel pa you bidding come I think that will be the first one you know bidding come for near share say wo expectations nina were met and no channel pa already aduma ye be for near wedding come for. Medase. Honorable Chinebua Foku MP for Manson Quantana Vessel, Deputy Ranking Economic and Development, or a Parliament and no Edian Community. Young fancy enough. Boss, what the bar now said, yeah, oh, yeah, you know, competition will help. Competition will rather make this thing work.
Yeah, competition might be bad. Yeah, system, yeah, competition, whatever. A buying and it's neutralizes our number. But you see, okay, said Tama, Nanado Dankwah Kufado, at the African whereby. Obekai say you started African way, no biasha African way. Remember say China for no Gao for no normally and Toma is your mutin. They were much 2 years no more dear no from ATL Mone Ghana state owned textile companies or more dear no munchesa.
Okay.
So competition wherever. We are not disciplined. Even if you bring the competition, still discipline. We are not disciplined enough. Everything a man Rollins mo ya uze ni yesusa no they na Rollins mo di soldier for omo abuse no but they na Rollins ne soldier for ne ye mu bi ni yesusa ne entiase be ni ye be ready no ahu se sa na nkofo nye discipline na nkofo aso odene eti ye ma ya ho time kakra ne ye sa no ma na ebetimi abo ebre ko mu na ese ebetimi ayi take
no ye da se
ayeso obo ase fa chame obo ase
quick one
yes, transportation monte so.
Okay.
And a tin of milk cost 14 cedis.
Okay.
Instead of a cabia 10 cedis near you know. You better abandon than 10 cedis near. You say a cost 14 cedis and yeah.
All right.
And the dog, young dog can
no, your time to go into there. Said dog in a sponsor into no. Your more credit to the dog and a sponsor yes, you can stick on the Kessben Maakye. The bro, but quick one to see honorable MC story Richard. This one is coming from another person on Facebook. Also William Bosompim. Also honorable MC or Boise East. is not involved in any galamsey. I know that place is not a galamsey. How on earth can a human being do galamsey in this area? It's not possible, please. I don't know. You better come on. Just as I said, it's something that we would want to deal with that one tomorrow.